Welcome everybody to my latest video. So for this video, I'm going to show you how to apply side blades to your pinball machine. Now if you don't know what side blades are, well, it's the artwork that you can put inside the cabinet near the playfield. Now I know we got a little glare going on here, I apologize for that, but adding side blades can really spice up your cabinet. This one, my Elvira, does not have any. And even with the glare, you can see right here, my Pirates of the Caribbean has side blades. And you can see right here, my Deadpool has side blades. So, I'm going to add them to my Elvira. Now, which one am I going to do? Well, there's a variety of choices. I actually have 3 to choose from because I purchased 3. I actually stated why I have 3 sets in a previous video. But if you didn't catch that video, I'll go ahead and show you what sets I have to choose from. So give me 1 second. Okay, so here we are. And I got 3 sets to choose from. That top set up there is from Retro Refurbs. This middle set right here is from Tilt Graphics. And this bottom set right here is from Stern. And I knew I'm not going to use the middle one, so I had to decide between the top one or the bottom one. And I think I'm going to go with the set from Stern. But yeah, these other 2 are available for anyone who's interested. I don't know if they'll still be available by the time this video is released, but we'll see. Alright, so first thing we want to do is obviously we need to get access to the inside of the pinball machine. And to do that, of course, you'll want to remove your lockdown bar, as well as your glass top. If you have a pinball machine, I'm sure you already know how to do this, so there's no reason for me to show you. And I'm just going to cut to the next step. Alright, so the next step you want to do is you want to actually remove your pinballs from the machine. And there's a very specific reason you want to do that. Now, you may not have to do this for a machine such as Pirates of the Caribbean. That actually has a lock door that traps the balls where they're stored. I still like to remove them anyways. Now, in order to do that without having to turn on your machine and pop them out the normal way, I'm going to show you. I'm actually going to skip to part of the next step, and that's actually lifting up your playfield and moving your playfield to the back. Now, if you look right here, this is your little bad boy that pops the pinballs up into the position ready to be played. And all you do, when the machine is off, you just hike this up. And you do that with a little bit of force, and the balls will naturally come out to where they're supposed to be. Of course, I would recommend doing it with the playfield still down. That way, you know, the balls stay stationary over here, and just take them out one by one. Now, assuming you already did that, next thing that I like to do is I like to take the playfield and move it all the way to the back, so that'll be hitting the box that you see right there. Okay, so as you can see, I got the playfield popped up. Now, this is just the way I like to do it, and the reason I like to pop it up first before setting the decals in place is I just like to make sure that I have a general idea of what the inside looks like in terms of space. I also like to make sure everything here is cleaned. I don't have any excessive residue or any type of pins or staples sticking out, as well as the other side. And it looks like we have something right here, but it's flush. I don't feel anything. So, what do we do now? Well, for me, I actually like to do the opposite of what I did and put the playfield back into place. But again, this is just the way I do it. It gives me a nice view of the inside. You don't have to do it. You can actually skip this step. Totally up to you. All right, so next step, the thing that I like to use, painter's tape. Why? Because it's very easy to work with and it doesn't leave a sticky residue behind. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our decal and we're going to line it up to the edge of the inside of the cabinet and tape it down with the painter's tape. Real simple to do. I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so as you can see, we got everything taped down in place. Now, for me, I like to make sure the back part is taped pretty much, multiple strips of tape, and the front part, just a few. And the reason is because the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to lift the playfield up again, and we're going to apply half the side blade, make sure it's nice and secure, and then we're going to apply the other half. Now, if you're totally confident, I guess you can unplug everything and take the whole playfield out. It'll be a lot simpler that way as far as applying the decal. However, I don't like to do that. And probably most others won't like to do that either. All right, so let me get on to the next step and we'll keep going. All right, so next step is we're actually going to untape the side blade, remove and only half of it, the front half, remove the backing, and then place, onto the cabinet. I know it's kind of a mouthful, but I'm going to do the best I can. It always helps to have a nice, good pair of scissors. I guess the good thing is if I mess up this set of side blades, I got, two others to choose from. And now we put into place. All right, once you get everything in place, then it's just a simple matter of getting all the air bubbles out. Now, the good thing about these decals, these side blades, is that even if it's not like a regular sticker, if you mess up, you can still peel it back off and reposition. So it's not like it's going to be a total loss. Some people like to use what's called the wet method and actually put some soapy water underneath and kind of slide everything into place. I don't like to use that method just because you're dealing with wood and you're around electronics. It's just not the method I choose. I'm probably going a little overboard here, but again, we just want to make sure we get any air pockets out. I don't think we need to use a squeegee, but that's totally up to you. Alright, now the fun part. We gotta lower down the cabinet and line up the other side, peel, and place. So let's see how that goes. Alright, so we got the playfield down. It's not inserted into the cabinet. It's kind of in the maintenance position, but if you remember where we cut previously on the cabinet, or if you remember where we cut on the backing of the side blade, it's actually about right here. Everything else is going to be lined up, and now it's just a simple matter of removing the backing from here to the end and placing into, positioning it. And we're going to do the same thing, remove the air pockets, and we should be ready. All right, and there we are. Light's getting kind of bad, it's getting dark, so I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. And in the morning, when it's nice and bright, I will show you the final product. Okay, so here we are, and we got the side blades installed. Really adds a nice bit of character to your cabinet. Yeah, look at that. Now, a little tiny word of advice, at least for me, when I was installing these, I like to install them almost at the very, very edge right here. I like to, you might be told to install them slightly under the lip right here. I like to go to the very top, just because, it's full coverage. But for me, I put them to about, less than half of an inch from this bolt on both sides. But what I had to do is right here, I had to cut just a little tiny bit, maybe less than 1/8 of an inch of the decal. I had to cut it off. And that's only because it hit the flared side of this nut. No biggie, and you can't even notice it unless, you really, 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 really look. And who's going to do that? But yeah, so there we are. Really nice. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. I know it probably wasn't the best video out there just because I was filming in the evening. It was getting kind of dark, but hopefully it helped you somewhat. And if not, well, there's probably better videos than mine out there. So if you have any questions, let me know. Until next time.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.